Alright boys, we're going to talk about something weird on the channel, not really MMA related, but definitely an aspect of mixed martial arts. We're going to talk about CJI 2. Craig Jones Invitational number 2. The first one is a hit. And if you're wondering why it looks like I'm in a terrorist video, there's a guy behind the camera, and he has a cardboard out, and he's just going to make me just take a shit all over Dana White. No, I'm just doing a security shift, I'm bored as shit. I'm like, let me get a little video in, why not? I just want to say, CJI 1 was great. CJI 2, the day one was absolutely shit. And it was just because of the athletes. I swear to bejesus. No one cared about subbing for some reason. They really just wanted to get so many draws, they just wanted to lengthen that fight for some reason. I don't know why. Just so much storming, like so much was holding, and like just, what are we doing? Like holy shit, CJI 2, the whole point is it was getting as many eyes to jiu-jitsu as possible. We needed to work there. And we needed to get way more subs, and we just needed to work way more often. And also, one problem that CJI definitely did have is 8-minute rounds. That's about it. If a stream is going to be 7 hours, it's fine if you make it 10, 15 minutes long. I'll be honest with you, it's fine. And people didn't really realize the show aspect of it, which I talked about. They were just not really taking the take. They were not really chasing that takedown. They weren't really trying to threaten submissions. They were kind of just flop there and just lie there like a person that, you know, like a dead person who still hasn't been properly thingy, you know? Don't even know what I meant by that. But CGI Day 2, spectacular event. Craig Jones makes a nice little TikTok video talking about finish bonuses. $50,000 finishing bonuses. You know what's meant about a $50,000 finishing bonus? The UFC doesn't even have it. What the fuck is the birds on the I'm trying to get this video done. Yeah, the UFC doesn't even have a $50,000 bonus, $50,000 bonus, finishing bonus. This one definitely made the athletes better because jiu-jitsu athletes are making $50,000. No way, Jose. $1,000, $2,500, maybe $5K on the top upper echelons. Most of the time, you don't even get paid for that shit. Just watch Demetrius Johnson's recent videos. Just some things I would like to change. Make the time a bit bigger, 8 to maybe 10, 12. There should be matches in there which is just for fun, like the blue belt matches or some shit. I get why you guys did the women one, exclusivity. I just skipped it, straight up, honestly. Also, just have some blue belt fights, you know? Blue belts are scary, they're dangerous, they'll go hunt the submission, they don't really care. Also, $50,000 for a blue belt? We'll talk about an average Joe here, you know? That seems pretty good. Or maybe just some celebrity matches, but I know James Smith will probably say yes to it or some shit, you get what I mean? Like, you gotta just be doing these type of shits. Also, make them shirtless. I don't know what's wrong with this. These boys are on TRT, steroids, MK67, whatever the fudge it is, some Hussein type of drug. I want to see them shirtless. I don't want to see them wearing a rash guard. It defeats the whole purpose. I know which fighter is which. I know which person is in which team. It's pretty obvious. You can tell by the shorts. And also, you literally see them walking out. It's not like you can mistake it. I don't know why they're having that rash guard. Like, come on. But on day 2, it was beautiful. We had 3 arm bars, which is a spectacular move. One of them was actually from the bottom, which is something that doesn't really happen too much in jiu-jitsu, especially because it's a very fine technique you have to do because they have one with the leverage and shit. Don't worry about it. Still beautiful. I want to give some praise to Victor Hugo. Still going. All right. I want to give some praise to Victor Hugo. He was an animal. He was a beast. He got 2 arm triangles, which is an amazing submission. But what he did was crazy. He wouldn't go to the side to get the pressure for the arm triangle. He was doing that shit from the top. Yes, he fought people that were lighter than him. Still, it means how good is his bite just to get on that arm triangle. Have to talk about Bilal. He came back from an injury. He just subs someone, and then comes back, breaks his foot, and then the next day we think the Australian boys only have 4 instead of 5. He comes back, he fights, he gets his ass submitted. But at the end of the day, we'll talk about this guy with a broken foot, you know? Absolute legend. Not broken, there's probably some weak tendon damage and shit. Still. But the most important thing was CGI 2, the final matchup. We had John Danaher, who was Gordon Ryan's main guy, main coach. And Gordon Ryan really doesn't like Craig Jones, really doesn't like the B team. And the B team is trained by Nicky Ryan, which is the brother of Gordon Ryan. So, you know, there's obviously some little beef and some little heads mashing together and shit. John Danaher did a great pick by picking Wagner Rocha, who was a 43-year-old. He is a gold gritty guy. I've seen his record. He is 14-4. He has fought the likes of Michael Bisping, Donald Cowboy Cerrone. That guy who's a really good boxer. He's an Australian fighter. I think his name's Smith or some shit. Something weird. He's not even weird. He's James, fudge. But he's a Muslim now. His MMA career, you can tell he's a gritty old guy, but just judging off that CGI, you can tell he's the type of fighter who's not going to submit you, man. He's not going to have much threat at all. Like, yes, he took his teeth out, threw it in the crowd and shit. He didn't do that. But, yes, but at the end of the day, he's not going to give you any submission threat at all. But he's going to be hunkered down. He ain't going to submit him. So 120 kilograms versus the Falcon, it was a great decision by John. Just want to say that first of all. But we're going to have to get to them, like the final fight, which was Nicky Rod versus Luke. Luke, lad, you lost it for your team. Unfortunately, there's no one to excuse. There's no one. Gordon Ryan can't say whatever. Nicky Ryan definitely deserves that 10-8, which makes it a draw because any other fight, also that guy, thingy, there's not really much happening. So it is a 10-8, 100%. But the only reason it was 10-8 because you weren't trying to submit, you weren't really trying to think, you just wanted to survive because you thought you were going to win if you get a 10-9. But unfortunately, you can't just lay there, man. You're going to get a 10-8. You done nothing the whole time. I have to be honest with you, just from my perspective. You gave no subbing threat. You weren't really doing it. You were just taking all the attacks. You were just lying there like a rock. And Nicky was trying to sub him. But eventually, the scorecards become 47-47, which makes it a draw, and some CGI rules, which they did add before, so I don't know what Gordon Ryan's talking about. They are the rightful winners. Not like they added some weird shit. So, yeah. B team becomes the greatest jiu-jitsu team of all time. Great. And also, John Danaher, great coach, because he trained both of the teams. Also, a lot of people in the Australian team were from B team, which is also another person that was trained by John Danaher. John Danaher just told you how good of a coach he is, especially in my last video where I was talking shit about coaches. Yeah, just at the end of the day, Luke, mate, you lost it for your team, bro. I'll be honest with you. If you came in there, actually threaded with subs and actually just played your normal game that you were doing throughout the whole 2 days, you would have got your 10-9 and you would have won it for your team and you would have had this great $1 million. Unfortunately, you feel like you got robbed, but at the end of the day, I know you didn't feel like you got robbed. You didn't perform your best out there. You kind of just played it safe, which is something I don't think any athlete should ever do. But hey, that's just me. A decision is definitely fair. What do you boys think? Tell me, do you think I'm wrong? Do you guys enjoyed CGI too? Tell me, eh? But hey, and also, please find my location. All right, adios.